Hey everybody, and welcome to the grand opening here at the Billet Buffet. Today we're having a 3-for-1 special to commemorate the grand opening, and we are going to show you how to cook one time and get 3 meals out of the food that you cooked the one time. So today we're going to be showing you how to make a delicious ground turkey with some rice and some beans. It'll have a Hispanic flavor to it. We're going to throw a little bit of some refried beans in there with it. And we're also going to throw a little bit of salsa in there. But you're only going to need about 4 items just to make this delicious meal. Also, again, using the ground turkey, we're going to make another dish. And it's going to be potatoes. And it's going to have corn in there as well. Mixed together, this is delicious. And finally, the last meal that we're going to show you how to make today, using the ground turkey, is going to be pasta with some peas in it. And we're going to do a little aglio olio. Aglio olio is basically just a little olive oil with some melted butter, but it has an amazing flavor to it. The one seasoning that we're going to be using today is going to be SPG. McCormick makes it. Salt, pepper, garlic. This is my go-to for everything. This is really delicious, and it goes well on everything that you can think of. Chicken, meat, steak, whatever you're making. Burgers. It's always a good item to put in your food. So today what we're going to do is we're going to start off and we're going to be doing the potato dish first. So what I've done so far to get a little head start is I've taken 2 cups of water and I've put it into this little pan, and we've started the pan going. Only use high when you're going to be boiling water. There's really no other reason on a stovetop to use high. And the words that I can't stress enough to you are this: things don't cook fast, but oh, they burn fast. So whenever you're doing something, always start off on a lower, you're gonna we're doing some ground chicken right now. Ground turkey. I've got this on about 5.5 to 6, and I've had it on there for about 2 or 3 minutes, and it's starting to, just get brown enough to that I can almost start to flip it over, and it's going to be about halfway done. Over here, while we're doing the turkey, the water is almost boiling, and we're going to be ready to put the potatoes in. And the potatoes just take just a few seconds. It says immediately add entire pouch of potatoes, mix thoroughly using a fork to moisten the potatoes, cover and let stand for 5 minutes. So 5 minutes after we put this in, this is going to be ready to go. We can take it off the stove, turn the stove off on that burner, put it to the side, and we're ready. After that, once the turkey's ready, we're going to mix the turkey in there. We're going to put the corn in with it, and we're going to be ready to have a delicious meal. And this is only going to take maybe 12, 15 minutes. The other thing is prepare. Do things in preparation. If you have a little bit of time the night before and you're going to be in a hurry the next day, ground up the beef, fry it up, brown it up. So then when it's done, you just take it, you put it in one of those Tupperware dishes that I talked about in one of the other episodes, and you can save it so that when you need it, all you got to do is take it, mix it in with the potatoes, throw it in the microwave, and you're ready for a nice meal. Again, when you're coming at home and you're tight on time, this is going to be your best friend. The fact that you're going to know how to make a delicious meal in, 15 minutes out the door, you're going to be doing yourself a big favor, because you're going to have a good meal in your stomach. It's going to be something that you didn't have to hold your nose when you ate. And the best part is, generally when you come home from the game or practice or wherever you're going out, hanging out with your friends, you're hungry when you come home. Maybe it's midnight, 1, 2 in the morning. You can always take this out of the Tupperware, throw it in the microwave, heat it up, and you've got another great meal. So right now I'm looking over here, and this water is boiling and it is ready to go. So what we're going to do is we're going to open up this package of the potatoes, which I need scissors for. So we're going to open up these potatoes, the scissors here, and then we're going to pour it in like it said. We're going to get a nice spoon, and we're going to start to stir this. And as you can see, we're going to need to turn it down. I'm turning it down to about 5 or 6. When you see it up close, you can see it thickens up right away. And you're looking at some awesome mashed potatoes in, what was that, like 5 minutes, 7 minutes, whatever it took. So basically, we're just going to keep stirring these up. If you want, you can throw a little dab of butter in there. If not, you don't have to. If you want, you can throw a little bit of that SPG in there. It's always good. But bottom line is, we can turn off this burner, turn it to off. We're going to take this, we're going to put it onto a cold burner so that it's not cooking anymore. And then we're just going to get back over here to the turkey, which is just almost about done. So when you're cooking things, you want to make sure, especially with chicken or turkey and pork, you want to make sure that they are cooked all the way through. When you have ground beef like this, you want to make sure that there's no pink inside. You want to make sure that it's brown all the way through. You know, obviously steak, red meat is a little bit different. You know, you can have it, you know, almost mooing inside. It can be so red. But as far as poultry goes, chicken, turkey, you want to make sure that it's going to be ready to go all the way through. So we got about another minute left until this turkey is good to go. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this to about 5. I had it on 6. And then what we're going to do is we're going to open up the corn. We're going to take our can of corn right here. We're going to open it up. We're going to drain out any water. And then we're going to go ahead and we're just going to take this can of corn and we're just going to go ahead and pour the whole thing right in to the mashed potatoes. Now, while we were doing that, guess what? The turkey's done. So now what we can do is we can turn the turkey off. It's okay if you let it sit on the same, you know, burner for a couple of minutes. It's not going to burn it or anything like that. Especially, you'll see there's a lot of, you know, juice down in here. So now that we've got that all set, we are ready to go. So what we're going to do is going to get a bowl out here. We're going to get a nice big spoon, which we've already got in here. We're going to mix the corn with the potatoes. It's got a nice texture to it there, you can see. We're going to take some of this, put it in the bowl. And then we're going to take some of our ground turkey and we're going to mix it in here. We're going to mix it in. If you want for the corn to be a little bit warmer, you could microwave it up, but generally the heat from the potatoes and the turkey will be enough to keep the corn warm. So in about, what was that, 8-9 minutes, you got a nice tasty meal. And the best part is you're going to have leftovers later. So as far as meal number 1, you got some nice ground turkey with some mashed potatoes and corn. Good to go. Next, let's do the pasta. And again, we're just going to use the same ground turkey. This here says it takes 60 seconds. Okay? This is the brand that I use, Barilla. And it says, you know, you should mush these up a little bit, kind of get everything so that it's not all like a brick. You're just going to tear open this little thing. I tear it about 3/4 of the way. And then we're just going to throw it in the microwave for 1 minute. Okay? And then after that minute, we're golden. We're going to be ready to go. So what we're doing is getting another bowl out. Okay? And what we're going to do here is, actually, let me get a bigger bowl. It's going to get a little bit messy. So got a nice big pasta bowl right here. And in 35 seconds, this pasta is going to be ready to go. Now, again, sometimes what you want to do is just you know, take a little bit of butter. Butter is one of the essentials when you first go grocery shopping. You're going to probably want to spend about 20 bucks on certain items. I have a video telling you all of the essentials that you need. Like I said, it's like 20 or 25 bucks, but it's things that you're going to have on hand and you're not going to need to go out and buy every time. So let's take a look over here and let's see that this has got 5 seconds left on this pasta. Okay? Meantime, what we're going to do, the pasta is ready, so let's give it a second to sit in there. We're going to open up the peas. And we're going to take the peas, and just like we did, we're going to drain out the excess water from the peas. Now, we're going to take the pasta. Be careful when you open these up. Whenever you open these up, kind of pull it away from yourself and don't let your fingers be by the steam. When you rip it open, it'll be hot and you can burn yourself on the steam. So again, all we're going to do is we're taking the pasta. We're just going to put it in the spaghetti dish. Okay? We're going to take some of the ground turkey. Okay? We used 1 pound of ground turkey, so if we use 3, I'm going to say we're getting 5 1/3 ounces per meal. And now we've got the pasta in with the turkey. Now all we're going to do is just add the peas to it. You don't have to put them all in. You can save this. You have some peas left over for another meal. If you wanted to, you could always throw them in with the mashed potatoes, the ground turkey, and the corn. Peas and corn always go great together. And then after that, what we're going to do is we're just going to get a nice fork here, and we're just going to mix this in together. Again, just because I use it on everything, I'm going to take a little bit of salt, pepper, garlic. Just throw it on there, and bam! In just another couple of minutes, look at this beauty right here. Okay, you got nice pasta, you got nice ground turkey, and some peas. Listen, you're going to play a basketball game, a football game, a hockey game. You eat this beforehand, you're going to have some energy during that game. You're not going to run out of gas in the fourth quarter, fourth inning, third period, overtime, shootout, whatever it comes down to. You're still going to be good to go. So, meal number 2 in the books. So far, we're at 12 minutes, 45 seconds. Let's get on to the third and final meal that we're going to make for you guys today. Again, this is going to be an easy one. We've already got everything done. We've already got the turkey ready to go. All we got to do is open up this bag, mush it up a little bit. And this one here says it's going to take us 90 seconds to make. So, what we're going to do is find the little perforation. Like I said, I usually rip these open 3/4, or maybe this one we need scissors. My OLD is kicking in. But anyway, now we got this bad boy open. I'm going to put it in here. It says to throw it in there for 90 seconds. Let's get 90 seconds on the clock and we're good to go. So, last thing we're going to need is just another bowl to put all this yummy goodness in. So, let's get ourselves a good sized bowl. We're going to probably need a bowl that we can use to store this in after we're done. Any leftovers. So, I showed you in another short in the grocery store videos, you know, go and get yourself some Tupperware. You know, if you already have some storage stuff like this in the house, you don't need to go out and buy it, but you know, make sure that the ones that you do buy are microwavable. It's just so much easier that you can, you know, literally, we can eat out of this. We can put the meal in here. We can eat out of it. We're done. We can throw the top on this. We can just throw it in the refrigerator. 6 hours from now, tomorrow, whenever we want. We take it out, throw it back in the microwave. You know, throw it in there for a minute, minute and a half, whatever you like it at, how hot, and it's going to be good to go. So here we go. We got another 20 seconds left on our final meal, and this one's going to be a good one. So what we're going to do while we're waiting for that, we're going to open up the refried beans. And again, we're not going to be using all these refried beans. We're going to have some left over. So you're going to get more than one meal out of this one. You know, and again, that's the whole idea behind these making these videos. I want to have it where you can have a delicious meal you know, in like 15 minutes, whatever we're making these in, 12 minutes, 15 minutes. And also you can have leftovers, you know, have your buddies over, somebody's hungry, your girlfriend, your boyfriend, whoever it is, they come over, you got a little something. Or if it's not made, you know how to make it now, and it's easy, and you can tell them, hey, in the time it takes you to, you know, take a shower or whatever it is, when you come down, dinner will be ready, okay? So I just heard the rice is done, so we're gonna take the rice out. Again, please be very careful. This crazy steam, you can see it a little bit there coming off. We're gonna take this and we're putting this right in the storage thing right there. Okay, it's already nicely broken up, okay? And then what we're gonna do is we're gonna take the last of this turkey right here, and we're just gonna try to get it in the bowl and not on the floor. And there, we're done. We're gonna put this in the sink, run a little water on it, okay? Again, also, as soon as you're done with something, you know, and the pan's empty, don't let it sit there and get too hard. If you're making things like eggs and it burns a little bit somehow and you get a little like crusty egg, ice water. Let it sit in cold water. Hot water, for some reason, makes it harder to come off. Everything else, all I can say to you is like, you know, I just finished with this pan. As soon as it cools down enough that, you know, I'm not gonna hurt myself, you just throw it in the sink, throw a little water on there, throw a little, you know, palm olive, what kind of grease stuff that you use on there, dishwashing soap, and you'll be good to go. So, the other thing I was gonna say is this. Once you have these meals done, again, easy convenience. All you're gonna do is just put them in a, you know, microwavable Tupperware thing, throw them in the refrigerator. When you need them, they're gonna be ready for you. So, last thing that we had on here was to get these refried beans into this last dish that we've made, and it is a good one. We're gonna need another fork. So for this, we're gonna probably use about 1/3 of this can, which is great because we're gonna get about 3 uses out of this can. So you're probably getting it for like, I don't know, 60 cents per meal. So again, what we're gonna do is we're taking this, you got the rice, the ground turkey, okay? We're mixing it all in together. You're gonna have to use a little elbow grease on this one here because we've got some refried beans that need to get mushed down. But once this all starts to take shape, okay, we may need to throw this in the microwave for a few seconds longer, okay? But you've got yourself a nice, hearty meal. Now, the great thing about this is if you wanted to, you could go out and you could buy tortillas, you know, taco shells, whatever you want, you know. And again, if you go over, you know, watch the videos where we showed you like all of the condiments and stuff, you know, there's lots of stuff where if you have a favorite restaurant, sometimes they have the ingredients that they use at the restaurant that you can actually use in your own food and make it taste just as good as it does in the restaurant. But for sure, this is gonna be delicious. Absolutely, there's no doubt about it. And the final thing that we're gonna do to add to that is we're gonna put a little salsa verde in here. I like the green stuff, it's not as hot, but you know, there's a million different kinds, you know, that you can use. And this stuff goes a long way. So when we open it up, we are literally just putting a splash into there, and we're gonna mix this up, and we are done. So I'm looking at the time on here, 19 minutes and 9 seconds, and we made 3 delicious meals cooking once. And again, everything in this video is the only thing I'm gonna use. I'm gonna be using the microwave, I'm gonna be using the stovetop. Eventually, I'm gonna show you guys how to cook some stuff in the oven. And then even after that, I'm gonna show you a little bit about the broiler and maybe, you know, how you can make quick grilled cheese in the broiler if you're really in a crazy hurry. But again, for today, I just wanted to break the ice. I wanted to welcome everybody to the Billet Buffet. Please, if you like this type of stuff, you wanna learn how to cook, we are gonna be cooking everything you can imagine. Breakfast, lunch, dinner, desserts, snacks, the whole 9 yards. We're gonna be cooking it all. So if you're, like I said, an athlete, high school student, college student, concerned parent, Billet Buffet's got you covered. We're going to show you how to shop, the aisles to shop in. We're going to show you how to cook it. We're going to show you how to store it, and then how to reheat it. And obviously I don't need to show you how to eat it, but that's going to be the best part. So I hope you enjoyed this episode today. This is going to be the end of it, and I hope that you subscribe, you like us, you leave any comments down in the comment section. If there's any meals that you want us to make, let me know, and I'll definitely throw a video together showing you how to do it. So again, everybody, thank you so much for joining me today in the Billet Buffet. Please subscribe, hit the like button, and leave me any comments you want down in the comment section.